gang. Skr. Yeah, we in this bitch. Today we're gonna be doing something fun, something different. Uh, we're gonna be looking at a series of icebreakers. This website claims that they have 200 icebreakers. So we're gonna answer them and learn more about young Chuck. I haven't looked at the icebreakers except for maybe the first 2 or 3, just from looking at the page. So we're gonna jump into it right now. Apologies if you can't see this. Where am I? Apologies if this window is too small, but I want you to be able to see my beautiful face too, and I want to be able to see the chat on the sidebar, and this is the only way we can tick all of those boxes. So without further ado, let's jump into some icebreakers. I'm gonna have to talk loudly over the loud hissing fan of my computer and also the hum of the air conditioning. So hopefully it's not too grating of a background noise, and we can get into it. Alrighty, here we go. Hold on, let me get my shit set up. Okay. Okay. 210 plus new icebreaker questions that aren't cheesy. Blah 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 blah. What's the most interesting thing you've read or seen lately? That's kind of a boring icebreaker question. I've basically been watching One Piece, and only One Piece, for the last like 3 or 4 years. So I'd say the most interesting thing I've read or seen lately is probably One Piece. I'm on the Whole Cake Island arc. Fucking they're raising havoc at Sanji's wedding. So it's popping off. When I was in Malaysia, my friend and I saw some live theater. We saw a series of 9 short performances, and I would say that was also quite interesting. Some of the performances really got pretty emotional, man. I teared up during a couple of them. My jaw was on the floor for fucking an hour and a half, basically. There was a lot of fucked up shit going on, man. There were some like domestic abuse plays, and then it was fun. It was a good time. So I love live theater, man. I wish I was the theater kid. I wish I did that gay play shit. If I could have any superpower, what would it be and why? I think I've probably covered this on this channel before, just podcasting with other people, because I like to ask this question myself. If I could have any superpower, what would it be and why? I would like to have Beast Boy's superpowers from Teen Titans and transform into any animal at any time. It's just the furry in me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would really love to transform into different animals. I think you could get into a lot of fun situations. You would be able to fly, you'd be able to breathe underwater, you could be tiny like an ant, you could be a big scary lion. So I think that would be pretty exciting. Also, obviously, teleportation would be a pretty keynote. So yeah, I would have to say teleportation and turning into any animal. What's a skill you've always wanted to learn but haven't yet? I would love to learn how to DJ effectively. So that's probably pretty high on my list of things that I'd like to learn. Sewing would also be good. I would love to be able to hand sew effectively. So maybe that's something for me to learn in the upcoming months here, both DJing and hand sewing. Now that I'm not smoking so much weed, I can spend more time doing other things. So sewing and DJing are probably high on my list. Now let me think if there's any other skills that I would like to learn but can't. I would love to be able to sing in like a falsetto, like a really nice falsetto like The Weeknd, or just be able to sing like Bruno Mars or something. That would be awesome. If I could travel anywhere right now, where would you go? I've been thinking a lot about Switzerland recently. Uh, so I would love to travel to Switzerland. Also, I wouldn't mind traveling to America, uh, just because I have to go back there eventually, and if this icebreaker is implying that all expenses are paid or whatnot, uh, I would definitely love a free trip to America. Obviously, Japan is also going to be forever high on my list of places that I would like to travel to at any given moment. Uzbekistan, would love to fucking see Uzbekistan. So I would say those are probably my top four. I'll give a fifth answer, but let me think. Shit, if I could travel anywhere right now, where would I go? How about a different galaxy? Maybe see if there's any aliens out there. Wouldn't mind going to a different galaxy or like a parallel universe or something, seeing like a mirror universe young Chuck. I'd probably fuck him, you know? They'd probably kiss and do anal and shit. What's your favorite way to relax after a long day? Um, Smoking a big fat doink. I like to dance. Some people might not find that relaxing, but I find it pretty relaxing. Listening to music just in general. Uh, that's probably my favorite way to relax. Yeah. What's the best advice you've ever gotten? Invest, invest, invest. Yeah, man. Probably something monetary. Uh, or just be yourself. That's always good advice. Because only you can be you. It doesn't make any sense to be anyone else besides you. What's the best advice you've ever gotten? Probably be yourself. I know that might sound tacky or cringe, but it's true. It's damn true. Yeah, and also setting up like a 401k or something like that. If you could meet any historical figure, who would it be and why? Leonardo da Vinci would be cool, just because I want to be like the 21st century equivalent of Da Vinci when I'm old and grown. So I would say Da Vinci's probably pretty high on that list. I don't know, I'm kind of blanking on historical figures that I give a shit about meeting. I don't know, anyone from the Dynasty Warriors video game would be fucking sweet. Gan Ning. I would hang out with Gan Ning or like Cao Cao or something. That would be cool. Zhang He. So yeah, I would say probably someone from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms period in China would be pretty high up on my list. I would probably kick it with like some of the Greek philosophers too. Socrates. He seems alright. What's one thing on your bucket list that you really want to do? Hang out with BTS. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? God, that's way too depressing to think about. Beans, burrito, chips and salsa. I guess chips and salsa is not necessarily a meal, but fuck if it ain't delicious. Or like French fries and chicken tenders or something. I've eaten basically fried chicken for every single meal for the last week, so fried chicken's probably got to be high on my list as well. I guess like if I could only eat one meal, maybe like soup. If I could choose a different soup every day, that would be pretty swell. I would fuck around with that. If I had to eat the same soup every day, not so much. But if I could switch soups, that would be nice. I would probably put soup. What is a hobby or interest you love that others might not know about? We're gonna skip that question. Uh, um, yeah. Let's start with a vegetable. Um, let's start with an icebreaker question. If you're a vegetable, B. I'm looking at something that is poorly worded. Okay. We got 10 more icebreaker questions. Bear in mind, I'm probably not going to go through all of the 210 advertised icebreaker questions, but we'll see how far we can get. If you could have any animal as a pet, what would it be and why? If I could have any animal as a pet, what would it be and why? Something that could, like a raven or a crow, a bird, a bird of some sort that doesn't need me to, it doesn't rely on me to exist. So yeah, I would say like a crow, a nice crow that comes and delivers me mail and sits on my shoulder would be an animal I'd choose as a pet. What's the weirdest food that you've ever tried? I don't know. People think like crickets and cicadas are weird insects, but I think that's probably the food of the future. I don't know. I think I tried alligator as a kid, as a youth when I was in Florida, as a jit, as they say. Alligator, frog. Um, Drank several cocktails, mixed wine and milk, otherwise known as a wilk. That was pretty unorthodox. If I had to sing at karaoke right now, what song would I choose? I've been listening a lot to the new Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga song. Oh, what the fuck is it called? Die with a Smile. Die with a Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. That I would probably sing. Or I might sing Taylor Swift song, Teardrops on My Guitar, or Cold as You. Those would also be high on my list. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? I don't really want to relive this. There's been many embarrassing things that keep me up late and that I cringe about. So I don't know. I don't know that I could think of one specific thing that was embarrassing. That would be interesting to viewers. Just saying embarrassing things and just I don't know, being cringe it can generally be pretty embarrassing. I don't know that I have one single thing. It's not like I peed my pants in class or anything like that. If you could switch lives with any fictional character, who would it be? Let me think. Probably an anime character, or something of that nature. Fictional character who I could maybe the rat from Ratatouille. He seems chill. I don't know. I don't want to insert myself into any other character's story because I like the story because that character's in it. You know, I don't want to steal their swag. If I could switch lives with any fictional character, who would it be? I'll just say Beast Boy from Teen Titans because, as I earlier mentioned, I want his superpower. So it's not necessarily that I want his life, but I want his abilities. What's the funniest thing that's happened to you recently? My life is very boring now. What's the funniest thing that happened to me recently? I don't know, I'm balding. That's pretty funny. It's also depressing. But we have to laugh through the pain. Yeah, shouts out to Funny. I love Lady Gaga. Shouts out Skull Hole Brad, Michigan's premier enigmatic rapper of the nighttime. If I could, they already asked me this question. If I could only eat one food for the rest of my life, what would it be? Oh, I guess they asked me what meal. So if I could only eat one food, beans or chips. What? No, well, because I need chips and salsa. Can you count chips and salsa as one? Nachos? Yeah, loaded nachos or loaded French fries or something. What's your favorite funny movie or TV show? I like things that are really stupid. I like superhero movie with which is the guy from Drake and Josh that's problematic that got like arrested or whatever recently. Nick, is that Nick? I don't know. I can never tell them apart. But I like the movie that he's in, superhero movie. It's very entertaining to me. I'll tell you my favorite funny artist is an artist named Funny, and it's not that I think he's just talented. So that's my favorite funny artist. Um, yeah, Drake Bell, man, superhero movie with Drake Bell and Liam Neeson. What the fuck? Yeah, good movie, man. Maybe Alec Baldwin was in that movie too. Same sort of shit as the scary movies, just with superheroes instead of horror type movie. Um, oh yeah, Schubert in the chat, fucking on lunch break. Thank you for joining the Young Chuck podcast instead of watching Five Nights at Freddy's videos. That means a lot. I hope they're not working you too hard at the Fap Factory, and or maybe you like to work hard at the Fap Factory. Maybe you like to spend all day fapping. Whatever strokes your meat, man. I hope that's how the day's going. If my life was a movie, what genre would it be? Uh, Probably a tragic comedy, or just a slice of life. I would say a slice of life movie would probably be number one movie genre that my life would be, because it's just a slice of my life. What's the weirdest talent I have? I can roll my R's really well. I don't know if that's weird. I used to be able to blow spit bubbles out of my mouth. Like, I don't know if I can. I'm not really. My mouth is a little bit dry, but I could form like a spit bubble on my tongue and then launch it out of my mouth, and sort of be my own bubble maker, be my own bubble machine. So that's pretty odd. I don't know if other people can do that. What other weird talents do I have? I can name almost every country capital. Yeah, I can name almost every country capital, so that's pretty cool. I'm working into flags next, so I can look at a flag and be like, that's a flag of fucking Yemen, or that's the flag of I don't know, Palau or Nauru, or one of those countries, fucking Madagascar. Oh yeah, that's a flag of Madagascar. Yeah, so I don't know if that's a talent, but I am good with country capitals. If you drop a country in the chat, I'm pretty confident that I could tell you what the capital is. If you could have dinner with any fictional character, who would it be and why? Tony Chopper, because he's cute and he likes to eat food, and I like to eat food, so that would be sweet. I would eat with Jimbei because he's a fucking badass. What other fictional character? The Grinch. I would hang out with the Grinch. What's this? That we already answered that question. The strangest thing I've ever eaten. Cock. If you could be any mythical creature, which one would you choose? Santa Claus. No, Santa Claus has. Well, I guess Santa Claus only has one day of work a year, which is pretty good. So that would be sweet. I don't know if they're talking like animal type creature, in which case I would say, I don't know, goblin, ghoul, ghost, anything. I would be happy being just about any mythical creature. Would really tickle my fancy. What's the oddest job that you can think of? I don't know. Yeah, Bigfoot. I'm more of a abominable snowman kind of guy, and I'm not entirely sure that either of them are mythical. I think they're real life real life. Although I guess Schubert is the probably resident expert in chat right now with mythical creatures, given he hunted skinwalkers and things of that nature. So I trust your authority. If you could live... Oh, wait. Okay. What's the oddest job you can think of? I don't know. Crab fisher. Oddest job is full-time fapper for sure. Dude, that's not a job for me, man. That's just life. I'll do that for free. You don't gotta pay me to fucking jerk it. The oddest job I can think of. I don't know, giving people vasectomies. That's pretty cool. If you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future, and why? I would go to the past. I'm interested in seeing America before European colonization and before Leif Erikson got there. I would be interested in reliving the Romance of the Three Kingdoms period in ancient China. I would be interested in going back like fucking 100,000 years and just seeing what the hell the planet was on 100,000 years ago. So definitely in the past. The future, I'll get there, and I'll get there one day. You know, I'm gonna live to be 800 years old. So I'll see plenty of the future. I'm not in any rush to get there. I'm trying to slow down the present, if anything. What's a conspiracy theory that you secretly believe might be true? Well, 9/11, obviously. 9/11 being an inside job. I am not fully convinced that the moon landing was authentic. So yeah, I would say the moon landing and the 9/11 being an inside job. Although I'm fairly certain that that's at this point not even considered a conspiracy theory, just something that is an entirely likely scenario. Can't trust the U.S. government. And those are the same reasons why I distrust the moon landing. If you could live in any fictional world, which one would it be? Probably Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, because I like imagining a world where I could invent imaginary friends and then hang out with them. So I think I would keep myself constantly entertained. So yeah, if I could live in any fictional world, that would probably be it. Or whatever the world is from what's the movie, and it's also a book where it's like raining meatballs and pancakes. What the fuck is that? Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I would be interested in living in that fictional world. Solely for the reason that it would rain food. I think that would be really, really spectacular. What's the most unusual talent you have? I'm gay. If you were a superhero, what would your weirdest power be? Being able to... I would like it if I didn't have to sleep. That would be really nice. But I could choose to sleep if I wanted to. Or what's another weird power that I would have? I don't know, I could snap my fingers and come. That would be sweet. Just snap my fingers and fucking bust loads like that. It would save me a lot of time. So yeah. What's the craziest dream you've ever had? One time on Halloween, maybe 10 or 12 years ago, I dreamed that I got into a horrific car accident and died. But what was really weird was like the ending of the dream. Like I got in a car accident in the dream and I died, and then like there was a screen that popped up in my dream, like when you die in a video game, and like it was like a game screen that just said your death is more complicated than you could ever imagine. So, and I woke up in the middle of the night from that dream. And it shocked me. It was like 4 a.m, Halloween. Very unsettling. So that was fun. It was a good time. One time when I was like 4 years old, I had a dream where I was trapped in an Etch-a-Sketch, and my family we were trying to go to the airport because we were flying internationally to France, and I had a dream where we were all trapped in an Etch-a-Sketch and we couldn't get out because we were in an Etch-a-Sketch. Yo, what up? Good to see ya. Thanks for dropping by. Oh yeah, the whole squad in the chat. Unique and quirky icebreaker questions. If you could invent a holiday, what would it be and how would people celebrate it? I would invent a holiday called Egg Music Day, and it would be a day where everyone celebrates egg music, and people celebrate it by listening to egg music. And the reason I would do this is because it would generate me massive amounts of wealth, and that would be good. And then every day could be a holiday for me because I'd be fucking loaded. Because if 8 billion people stream egg music all day for one day a year, that's all I'm gonna need. One day a year. Everyone in the world, 8 billion people stream egg music. I would be instantly the #1 artist on Spotify, and I would probably stand to make a lot of money, so that would be good. I would also invent BTS Day, where it's similar to Egg Music Day, but instead of egg music, everyone listens to BTS. What's your favorite random fact? Walruses can eat 5,000 clams in a single day. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like that. I like that dromedary camels, one-hump camels, they live in hot places, and they're really good at retaining water. And Bactrian camels, the two-hump camels, they live in cold places, and they fucking eat snow and shit like that. So big camel fan. If you know me, you know I like camels. If you could swap lives with anyone for a day, who would it be and why? I would swap lives with Ariana Grande so I could use her voice to record lots of songs. I would just spend all day singing with Ariana Grande's voice, and then it would be awesome. That's what I would do. What's the quirkiest hobby you've ever heard of? I don't know. There's all sorts of quirky hobbies that I hear about. Maybe stamp collecting, though. That's pretty quirky. You know, who's out there collecting stamps? It's kind of a bit of a gay thing to do. But I like that, man. I like doing gay shit. So if you collect stamps, man, good for you. I'm proud of you. If you could design a new planet, what would it be like? New planet. Basically a lot like Earth. Same climate. Maybe, I'm interested in a planet that is the color of the planet, or there are colors on the planet that don't exist on Earth. So they're outside of the color spectrum that we know now. I'm interested in seeing colors that I can't conceive of. Other things that I would want this planet to have: nice waterfalls, good oceans and lakes for me to swim in. It would be populated by furries and twinks. So furry twink type creatures. That would probably be me. That would probably be the life forms on the planet. There'd be obviously all sorts of cool fucking alien animals and shit like that. But yeah, definitely we would have lots of twinks and lots of furry type creatures. What's the most unusual thing you've ever collected? Unusual thing that I've ever collected. Let's see. I'm trying to build a really big rubber band ball right now, so I'm collecting rubber bands. If you have rubber bands, send them my way, man. I want the biggest rubber band ball that you could ever conceive of. But that's not really that much of an unusual thing. I'm trying to not collect things because they just slow you down. So Right now, actually, I guess I'm not really collecting them, I suppose, but housing them. I have a large population of spiders on my ceiling in my apartment. Real big spider fellas. Um, so, yeah, I'm not collecting them because they're free to come and go as they please, but I am building a hostel or a hotel for spiders. If you could have any animal, real or imaginary, as a pet, what would it be? Rad roach from Fallout, one of them rad roaches, or like a death claw or something like that. Something post-apocalyptic to scare away intruders, or like a dragon or something. Uh, I think they asked this question actually earlier in the list, so whoever wrote this list is not doing a very good job of checking for repeat icebreaker questions. As I said earlier, I'm not interested in taking care of any animals because I can hardly take care of myself. So give me something low maintenance. Give me a raven or a crow that sits on my shoulder and delivers mail and sends mail for me. What's the most bizarre food combination you enjoy? I've gotten a lot of hate for this, so I'll come and I'll rehash this. So I've lost a lot of friends for this, and I've gotten a lot of dirty looks. But if I'm eating oatmeal, I like to make my oatmeal with hot water, oats, and then I like to put a scoop of peanut butter in it, and then I like to put hot sauce in it, like sriracha or Cholula or something. Mix it all around. Oatmeal, hot sauce, peanut butter. I think it's healthy. It's got protein. It's got oats. I do like sweet oatmeal. I like sweet oatmeal a lot, but I prefer having savory oatmeal. People really, really hate that I like that. So it's not bizarre to me, but it's bizarre to other people. If you could only use one color for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? So I don't know if they're talking about if I could only wear one color or write with one color, paint with one color. Like what is the definition of use? My first instinct is to say blue, just because I like the color blue, just because it's my favorite. I don't know that it's my favorite actually. I like pink as well. So blue, pink, black. If it's strictly referring to art and which one I could use to make art, I would say black. Black and white is classic. It's timeless. I could just start doing cave paintings and stuff like that. If it's everything, like I am not allowed to wear other colors, I'd say probably blue or pink. What's the weirdest thing you've ever found? I don't know. I think the weirdest things that I've ever found are the things that I try and like forget immediately, that I try and immediately push out of my brain. I feel like I've come across many traumatizing things that I just instantly forget, that I instantly try and forget. So what's the weirdest thing you've ever found? Last time I was at the weed store, week and a half ago, I was chilling with the bros and I seen an ant walking across their table, but he was carrying a big old fucking weed nugget, man. Or I guess it wasn't a big weed nugget because the ant was small, but it was a sizable little flake of weed that the ant was carrying across the table back to the queen. So they were gonna smoke that good Zaza. So that I don't know that I found. I came across that. I observed that. I was a witness to something. So that was fun. Icebreaker questions for work. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, they're telling us keep it professional, encourage participation, be exclusive. They're saying don't get too personal. Don't put people on the spot. I want to do icebreaker questions that maybe do get too personal. That sounds enticing. Icebreaker questions for work meetings. Okay, I'm just looking through these 10 and they seem pretty boring. What's the best piece of career advice you've ever received? Go to bed early, go to bed on time. Don't stay up all night. That's not a piece of advice that I listen to ever, but I don't know, retire. If you could learn a new skill related to your job, what would it be? Well, considering that I am teaching Thai students currently, I would like to learn the Thai language so it would make my job so much easier and I would be a way better teacher because I could just say the thing in English and then I could say it in Thai and then students would understand me a lot better. So if I could learn a skill related to my job, it would be learning the Thai language. What's one thing you love about your current role? I have a private office. It's easy peasy. Next question. If you could swap jobs with anyone in the company for a day, who would it be and why? I would swap jobs with whoever manages the payroll. What's up, Alina? Yo, yo, yo. How you doing? Hope everything is going well. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I still got to find that Thick Grandpa song. I got way too many files on my computer. I was looking for it the other week and I couldn't find it. I found an updated version. I gotta find the original file for you. If you could work, wait. I skipped a question. If you could swap jobs with anyone in the company for a day, who would it be and why? I would swap jobs with whoever manages the paychecks and how much money I make. And I would swap roles with them and give myself a raise. I would probably give myself about 5 or 6 times the amount that I'm making now. It might bankrupt the company. And I certainly wouldn't be worth that amount of money. But if they can pay me just for a couple months that salary, I'll take it, man. I'll take it and find a new company to work at. What's the most interesting project you've worked on recently? Well, I've been on term break, so I haven't been working on any projects. I haven't done anything related to work in weeks, and that's just the way I like it. If you could work from anywhere in the world, where would it be? Maybe like a pirate ship or like a big boat, and then I could travel around from place to place. I'm pretty happy working from where I am now. The food delivery is really cheap, and there's good smoothies. So I would say I'm happy where I'm at. Although, yeah, like I said earlier, I've been thinking about Switzerland a lot recently. So maybe from the top of some Swiss mountain. Or, let's see, what's a good, Tibet. I don't know, is Tibet cool? Bhutan. I'd work from Bhutan. What's your favorite productivity hack? Smashing my phone and throwing it away in the waste bin, throwing it in the trash receptacle. That's my favorite productivity hack. And unplugging the internet so I can't watch YouTube videos. If you could attend any conference or seminar, which one would you choose? International Twink Convention. Next question. What's one professional achievement you're really proud of? Well, back from my sandwich making days, back when I was a line cook, shit, bro, I probably cracked 100,000 eggs at least, So, cracked a lot of eggs. If you could add one perk to your job, what would it be? I really want curtains for my private office so I can take a nap in the office, or I can film dance videos and not be judged by people looking into the office. So that would be a perk. Other perks that I would be interested in. a raise. Maybe only working 1 day a week, but still making the same amount of money. Okay, this is all gay icebreaker questions for remote work and virtual meetings. Don't care. Would you rather questions for work? Would you rather have a fully stocked office snack bar or a nap room? Woo, that's a tough question. Uh, it depends on what. It depends on what snacks are stocked. What snacks do we have in stock? If it's up to me, if I get to choose the shit, dude. But that's dangerous because then I'd gain about 6,000 pounds. Nap room would be nice, and I know I just said I was looking for a place to nap, but I'm not entirely thrilled about sharing a nap room with others. I don't want to be napping and then have to listen to the person next to me snore, or if he farts in his sleep, and I have to smell his stinky farts when I'm trying to nap. So I think maybe a fully stocked office snack bar. Would you rather work from the beach or a cozy mountain cabin? I would rather work from a cozy mountain cabin because if you're at the beach, you're going to be outside all day. And it's going to be hot. You're going to be sweating. It's going to be fucking a million degrees. The sun's going to be beating down on you. If I have a laptop or a computer, it's going to melt instantly. I guess I could get an umbrella or something, but if you're outside, glare and the screens don't look as nice, blah, 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 blah. I would rather work from a cozy mountain cabin. Would you rather have unlimited coffee or unlimited snacks? Unlimited snacks. Would you rather attend a week-long conference in your favorite city or have a week off? We'll go week-long work conference in my favorite city just because the idea of traveling is attractive to me. Would you rather be the boss of a small team or a team member in a large team? Would you rather be the boss of a small team or a team member in a large team? I'd say team member in a large team. I don't really like being in charge. While other people might think of me as a good boss, and maybe I would be a good boss, I don't really like having responsibility, and I don't really like having power. Makes me kind of uncomfortable, and I try and stay away from that. Would you rather work in an office without windows or without air conditioning? I would rather work in an office in my current country without windows, because without air conditioning, I'd be asleep with heat exhaustion in an hour. I was recently, when I was traveling, when I was in Malaysia, both of the hotels I stayed at there did not have windows in the room. And when I checked in at night, I didn't realize that they didn't have windows. So when I woke up that morning, I woke up and it was dark in my room, pitch black, and I was like, fuck yeah, I can sleep for a few more hours. I was like, well, usually it's a little bit bright at 6 a.m., but whatever, well, fuck it, we ball. And then, so I went back to sleep for a few more hours, and then I woke up, and it was still dark, and I was like, And then I was like, all right, fuck it, we'll just go back to bed. And then I woke up again, and I was like, there's no way it's still nighttime. And then I looked at my phone, it's 11 a.m., almost noon, and realized that there weren't any windows in the hotel, and that's why it was so dark. So felt like a real stupid idiot, but it was fun. It was fun. Would you rather would you rather have flexible hours or a higher salary? That's like asking me to choose between two good things. Do you like noise or harsh noise music? Not really. Because it's not really easy to dance to harsh noise music. I appreciate it. I respect it. I like, it's maybe in like a movie or something, I can appreciate some harsh noise for ambiance or something. But if on my own time, no. I like pop music and things that are very simple and sound pleasant to the ears. Harsh noise can scare me. But no hate to anyone that likes harsh noise. I fuck with it. Shouts out to Throbbing Gristle. Do you like noise or harsh noise music? Yeah, no, it's too. Yeah, I'm not a harsh guy. I'm not. Whatever the opposite of harsh is what I am. Would you rather do a job you love for less money or a job you dislike for more money? I would rather do a job. I would rather do a job I love for less money, I guess. But the thing is, then I don't really consider it a job if I love it. Then it's just like my life. The word job just automatically instills the thought in my head that it's something that I don't really enjoy doing, or it's something that I wouldn't enjoy doing, and the only reason I'm doing it is for money. So I would say I would like to do a job I dislike for more money so I could retire sooner or work less. Would you rather have a workday without or with meetings? What the fuck kind of question is that? I would rather have a workday. I like talking to people. I like chopping it up. Even though I do have a private office at my job, I like to go upstairs to the community office for the peasants that don't have their own private office, and I like to talk with my coworkers and my friends up there. So yeah, sure, yeah, let's do meetings. I like getting silly, man. I would horse around and try and make people laugh and stuff. It'd be like being back in school. Would you rather be praised publicly by your boss or receive a private note of appreciation? I would probably rather be praised publicly, to be honest. Although sometimes that makes me kind of uncomfortable. Do you like Jasmine Bean? Never heard of Jasmine Bean. I like her name. I like beans, and I like the name Jasmine, and I like Mr. Bean. So maybe Jasmine Bean could be Mrs. Bean. I'll look her up. Let me write it down here. Let me write it down on my what do you call it? Post-it notes. Jasmine Bean. I really like her name. So I don't know what she does, but I like her name, so I'll check her out. Fun, diversity. What's up with all these fucking work things? I need to scroll down and... Okay. What's your favorite way to spend a weekend? Staying inside, not doing anything, watching anime, listening to music, getting high. That's my favorite way to spend a weekend. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be? Jimin from BTS. Jimin from BTS. Who else? Who else would I choose? I could choose a dead guy too. Eddie Guerrero, the pro wrestler. Actually, although R.I.P. to Eddie Guerrero, I think I would rather eat dinner with Rey Mysterio, to be honest. And just because we're on the topic of pro wrestlers, we'll pick John Cena. So John Cena, Jimin from BTS, and Rey Mysterio. I think we would have a real nice night out. What's a new hobby you've picked up recently? Haven't really picked up any new hobbies lately. I've been practicing hobbies that I've already had and spending more time on those hobbies. I think I have enough hobbies. I don't know that I need any more. I need to spend more time on the hobbies that I've already invested the time into. Been spending a lot of time freestyling recently, which has been very, very fun. Probably going to hit some freestyling after this, after I end this stream. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? I already answered that question. What's your favorite book or movie and why? Too difficult of a question. If you could learn any skill instantly, what would it be? Chinese. Chinese language. Boom. Ba bao. Like that. Bling blow. Learn Chinese. What's something you're really passionate about? Can you read any Russian language? No, I can't, but I would like to learn. It would be awesome to learn Russian. After learning Chinese, I would be interested in learning Russian. To if I could learn just all of the languages instantly, that would probably be my favorite thing. That would probably, if actually, and I might want to rephrase my superhero question to just instead of transforming into animals or teleportation, learning all the languages would be awesome. What's something you're really passionate about? BTS, anime, beans. What's a memorable experience you've had with friends or family? Every moment with friends and family is special. If you could switch lives with anyone for a day, I already said Ariana Grande. Ooh, icebreaker questions for adults. What's something you've always wanted to try but haven't yet? What's something you've always wanted to try but haven't yet? I want to put 3 vibrating butt plugs up my ass, turn them on, and fucking cum loads. What's your favorite? I already asked that. Why are there so many goddamn repeat questions? Blah 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 blah. Maybe we need to go to a different website that doesn't suck. Holiday icebreaker questions. What's your favorite Christmas tradition? What's your favorite Christmas tradition? We like to eat cinnamon rolls. Get some cinnamon rolls. I like eating cinnamon rolls with my family. What's your favorite Christmas tradition? Cinnamon rolls. Enjoying the gifts that you received that day. I'm more of a Boxing Day guy, which is the day after Christmas, December 26th. So I would say my favorite Christmas tradition is Boxing Day. I like all sorts of things about Christmas. It's fun. It's fun. Traditions are fun. Sometimes the holidays can be stressful, and sometimes I get a little stressed out around the holidays just because everyone just seems so much fucking crazier. But at its core, I do enjoy enjoying these Christmas traditions with my family. If you could give one gift to anyone in the world, who would it be? If I could give one gift to anyone in the world, what would it be? Well, I promised my mom a check for $1 million a number of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So I would like to give her several $1 million. Not that she needs it. Fucking when she dies, she's got enough money to live, so that's fine. She doesn't need my money, but it'd be nice. So I guess I would rather give that $1 million to someone that needs it. I would give Park Jim a wedding ring. What's the best Christmas gift that I've ever received? Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. Surely there's a better Christmas gift that I've been given, but I do like Kingdom Hearts. I have a very fond memory of getting Kingdom Hearts when I was in 2nd grade. I think it was 2nd grade. Yeah, it was 2nd grade. Kingdom Hearts, got it in 2nd grade. Played it that day. Really fun. Do you prefer a real or artificial Christmas tree? Real Christmas tree for sure, because they smell really nice. They smell better. And back in the day, back when I was a jit, and before my family was broken, we would go every year to the Christmas tree place and cut down a nice tree and stick it on top of the car, drive it home, set it up, and put ornaments on it. Real nice, man. I'm getting sentimental. What's your favorite Christmas movie? How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey and Home Alone. What's your favorite Christmas song? Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy. Yeah, probably Last Christmas by Wham. I think BTS, they have a couple Christmas songs, so I'll put those on there as well. When I was young, we had a CD, Christmas CD. We had a Christmas CD. It was called like a joke Christmas album, and there was a cover of Jingle Bells, I think it was, by the Joker from the Batman cartoons, or someone that sounded like the Joker from the Batman cartoons, and he just, instead of saying the lyrics for Jingle Bells, he just laughed the entire song, which was nice. Also, there were some songs by Bugs Bunny that, looking back, are a little racially insensitive, but at the time, fucking loved him. So I would say any that Christmas album, I'll try and find out. Maybe we'll do a Christmas stream and I'll play some of my favorite Christmas songs in a couple months here. What's the most memorable Christmas I've ever had? My memory is terrible, so I can really only remember a few years back. And the last few years I've been sort of unlucky with Christmas. This most recent Christmas, since it's not really celebrated in Thailand, I had to go to work. Yeah, I know, right? I had to go to work on Christmas Day. We had an assembly that was pretty chill. I didn't really have to teach. I just had to like do some Christmassy stuff and sing some songs. And it was really embarrassing because the English teachers had to like sing a song in front of the school, and we sung Jingle Bells, and it's just so cringe and stupid. And then the Christmas before that, or 2 Christmases before that, I had COVID. Probably the Christmas where I got Kingdom Hearts, I'd say. Do you have any special Christmas recipes you love to make? On Christmas, man, I'm not in the kitchen. I'll do the dishes. I'll clean up happily. I'll happily clean up and do the dishes, and after the cooking and the eating is done. But I ain't trying to make fucking shit on Christmas, man. I'll enjoy the fruits of the labor by other people. I like eating Christmas cookies. So I like enjoying Christmas recipes, but there are none that I personally like to make. Rolling a fat fucking Christmas blunt. That's my favorite Christmas recipe. What's your favorite thing about the holiday season? The snow. I like the snow. A white Christmas. Big white Christmas kind of guy. Love fucking tons of snow. Make it so I can't leave the house, or if I do, it's like a winter wonderland, man. I like the winter wonderlands. I'm a Midwesterner, man. What can I say? Thanksgiving icebreaker questions. Okay, maybe we'll start with Halloween, and then we'll go back to Thanksgiving. What's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn? One year, my younger brother and I was an old lady, and he was an old man. We fucking crushed. It was fucking best costume ever, dude. We got so many compliments. I was a sweet little old lady, and he was like a fucking grumpy old man, and we pulled it out, dude. I was channeling my granny big time. So yeah, dude, Wham does rule. Good old Ty. I'm really hoping when I'm back in the States to get up and see you in Kelton if I can for a day or two. So yeah, favorite Halloween costume I've worn, probably the old lady costume was pretty killer. I don't really remember all that many other costumes besides that. I dressed up like a girl for years and years for Halloween. Sort of foreshadowing my later endeavors into the fashion industry. uh, cultivated my love for wearing skirts and dresses. Uh, yeah, but I can't really remember anything too specific that I was like, oh yeah, that was the one. Do you prefer tricks or treats? Fucking treats. What kind of question is that? What's the best Halloween candy? Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Do you want to do egg music with a lot of different parts in one song like the past 2019? Yeah, I do want to do that. And this new album that I just actually submitted a new album to streaming services. So I think there should be a new album out within the next week and a half. That it's kind of got that same like switch every 30 seconds type vibe. But yeah, I wish I could make music like I did in 2019, but I don't really know how to anymore because back then I really had no idea what I was doing. I just was basically pressing buttons and putting things together, but I had no. I don't think I can recreate any of that stuff as much as I want to because a lot of that stuff was really fun and magical. So I'll definitely give it a shot. For the past 2 years, I think I've maybe been taking myself too seriously as an artist, which has hindered me. And I think I need to go back to just not giving a fuck and releasing whatever I want to release. So that's sort of been my mind frame recently as I finished up this last album and I'm going forward. I kind of want to go back to just doing whatever and just having fun and not take myself too seriously. Because since I've started taking myself more seriously and tried to release better music or whatever, or music that I think is better, I've just released less and been less motivated to work it to work on it because it's not as fun for me like now. Back in the day, I was so easily impressed with myself that I would make a song and I'd be like, oh, this is good enough, fuck it, we'll release it. And a lot of magic was made like that. Now I listen to a song, I'm like, oh, but I could make this better. Or like, oh no, like it's not ready yet, I need to change this part, I need to change this, and then some of the original magic is lost. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing egg music like I did in 2019. If it were as easy as just flipping a switch, I would do it, but it's I now know too much about making music and producing and stuff. I just know too many tricks, so it's hard for me to make those happy mistakes, those happy accidents. What's the best Halloween candy? Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Easy peasy. What's the scariest movie you've ever seen? I don't really like scary movies because I'm easily frightened. I like watching scary movies if I'm with other people because then I can make fun of the movie and I feel less like I'm going to be axe murdered. Embarrassingly, when I was like maybe 7 or 8, I watched Scary Movie 3, and even though it's a comedy, it still freaked me the fuck out because it was parodying the movie The Ring, and the girl from The Ring really freaked the fucking shit out of me. So even though Scary Movie 3 is a comedy, really, it gave me nightmares for a couple of days, that girl from The Ring. When I was in middle school, also embarrassingly, I saw When a Stranger Calls, which you can't really even call a scary movie. It's more of a thriller, and that made me afraid to answer the telephone for several weeks. But looking back, those aren't scary. Those are movies that I would probably enjoy. So yeah, I don't know the scariest movie I've seen. The movie that scared, I talked about the movies that scared me the most as a kid. Now that I'm older, I feel like it's not as scary to me. Like I understand it more, and I just don't watch them very often. And if I do, I'm like with someone that's telling me it's all right and that I'm not going to be axe murdered. If you could be any character for Halloween, who would it be? Roronoa Zoro from One Piece, because I want to dye my hair green and walk around with swords. What's your favorite Halloween memory? Trick-or-treating with my friends, obviously. I think the last year I went trick-or-treating, I was a sophomore in high school, and I went with my friend Dennis Johnson, and we got some candy, but he ended up leaving it at my house, and I think the next week I was like supposed to bring his bag of candy, but I ended up smoking weed for the first time like a few days after Halloween, my sophomore year. And me and my friend ate all of Dennis Johnson's Halloween candy. I think I maybe bought him like a couple king size fucking Snickers bars or something. But that was not very nice of me. That was a bad friend moment. And if Dennis Johnson, if you're watching, I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. I should have been a better friend. No excuse. No excuse. So I'm sorry. Do you like haunted houses or corn mazes better? I don't know that I've ever really been to like a full-on haunted house. I think I would enjoy it. I think I would enjoy it more because it's more stimulating. But I've never been, so I can't say for sure. I have been to a couple corn mazes. And the last corn maze I went to, I was with my friend Mel. We went to a corn maze. It was a really small corn maze, but we ended up getting like fucking stupidly lost we were in the maze for way longer than I think either of us expected we were going to be in there for. So I'm pretty stupid. I'm directionally challenged, so I get easily lost and turned around and twisted around. So I think she was probably pretty fed up with me for walking around in circles. But we ended up getting out. I was ready to just fucking cut through the corn, man. I was ready to pull out the machete and just start chopping down stalks of corn because I thought we were going to be trapped in there overnight. What's your favorite spooky story or legend? What's your favorite spooky story or legend? I don't know. Spooky stories to read in the dark. Thanksgiving icebreaker questions. We'll skip this one for now. We'll do... Oh, is that the end? We'll do New Year's. We'll do a couple New Year's ones, and then maybe we'll try and find a different website to answer icebreaker questions. What's the best New Year's Eve celebration you've ever had? I don't really like New Year's. I do like New Year's, but I never really do anything because I'm kind of a loser. I don't like going to parties. I'm very I don't like this. I don't really like small talk and mingling and stuff, and I just feel like I awkwardly float around. And maybe people enjoy that or enjoy when I do that, but I always feel a little bit uncomfortable. At parties. So I would say my favorite New Year's Eve celebration I've ever had was when I was in second grade, shortly after getting Kingdom Hearts for Christmas. My family and I were celebrating New Year's Eve with a fondue dinner. Fondue is where you cook the meal at the table, so you got lots of pots with boiling water or cheese dip or chocolate dip or whatever, you know. So we were eating fondue, and I was cooking a piece of steak, pulled the steak out, ate it. I ended up choking on the steak. My mom jumped up to give me the Heimlich maneuver. and stop me from choking. And as she did, she pulled down the pot, the boiling water pot that I had just cooked my steak in, and it splashed all over me. It splashed on my thigh and my calf and on my foot, and I got several burns. The one on my calf and my thigh were one or first or second degree burns, I can't remember, but the water that landed on my foot hit my sock, right? So boiling water on my sock. I just choked and I'm being burned. So there was so much going on that I couldn't process or communicate the fact that my sock was covered in boiling hot liquid. So I ended up getting a very, very severe burn on my foot, and went to the emergency room and ended up having to get a skin graft. I had skin from my ass put onto my foot, and yeah, so that was fun. It was a long healing process, but my mom felt super, super guilty. She felt bad, so I ended up getting a Nintendo GameCube out of the situation. So that was probably my favorite New Year's celebration. I was just reminiscing today, actually, this morning, in maybe 2018 or 2019. I went to my older brother's New Year's party, and the theme was, maybe it was 2020 actually. Yeah, I think it was 2020. The theme was a 30-30 party. So instead of a 2020 party, we were celebrating like it was 30-30. So I dressed up in an elaborate costume, and I looked like a fucking badass. But as I was going home at like 2 in the morning, I came across another guy who was out walking the streets, and my costume, I think, fucking scared the shit out of him, because he took one look at me and he says, "Oh shit, oh fucking shit," and he just fucking starts running immediately, just in the opposite direction, just runs away from me, man. He sees me and he just runs away. So that was fun. I got a good chuckle out of that. Scared the fucking living daylights out of him, that pussy. But yeah, definitely a fond memory. So yeah, those are probably, like I said, I'm not really a New Year's Eve kind of guy. I think I went to a party once at my friend Ryan's house. That was pretty fun on New Year's, if I remember. But my memory is horrible, and New Year's has never really been my scene. Do you make New Year's resolutions? If so, what's one for this year? Yeah, I don't know that I make resolutions. I just have a list of goals that I try and accomplish, or that I want to focus on. And if I can find my list of goals, I didn't write them on New Year's, but instead on my birthday, for a list of things that I would like to do by the time I turn 31. But I don't know where that list is right now. I was cleaning recently, and I don't know where I put my list of goals. So sorry. Apologies. How do you usually ring in the new year? Sleep. Try and pretend like it's not happening. Okay. Well, we're gonna try, and we'll maybe go to another website and answer a few questions, then we'll log off. Oh, here we go. This fucking one was way better. I fucking picked the wrong fucking website to do these icebreakers on. What sport would you compete in if you were in the Olympics? 100-meter dash. Over with quick. You only need fucking 10 seconds and then you're done. Who is the better businessman or businesswoman, and why? Wait, what? Teleportation or flying? Teleportation. What breed of dog would you be? My spirit animal, which combines your Western zodiac and your Eastern zodiac, is a Shih Tzu, which translates from Chinese to English as the Lion of Dogs, because I'm a Leo and my Chinese zodiac is a dog. So I think if you went according to that logic, I would be a Shih Tzu. But personally, in my soul, probably like a fucking golden retriever or something like that. Or also, I wouldn't mind being an English Springer Spaniel, because I had 2 English Springer Spaniels when I was a kid, and they were fucking awesome dogs. Do you think you could live without your smartphone for 24 hours? Yes. What is your favorite dessert? Ooh, ice cream. But ice cream's kind of basic, so we're going to go cheesecake. Yeah. Cheesecake. Or like a nice fruit-based pie, or crumble, like a blueberry crumble. Peach cobbler. I fuck around with that. What was your favorite game to play as a child? Probably Super Smash Bros. With the homies. I always like playing Mario Party with my older brother's friends. Any Nintendo game I really liked as a kid. Are you a traveler or a homebody? I'm a bit of both. I like traveling, I like new experiences, but I also love staying at home and doing nothing. So yeah, I would say I am a traveler, but also a homebody. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy staying at home. I'm happy basically anywhere. What's one career you wish you could have? Ooh, what's one career you wish you could have? I don't know. Probably a pole dancer. What? Have you ever met your idol or someone you revere greatly? Yeah. Have you completed anything on your bucket list? No. Do you have a favorite plant? Venus flytrap, or lamb's ear? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, lamb's ear. That's the fucking fuzzy one. What did I have for breakfast this morning? I didn't eat. I had a. That's not entirely true. I ate a vitamin C candy. A candy, like a minty vitamin C type candy. And then I didn't eat anything until about 5 p.m. and I had spicy noodles with shrimp and squid and octopus. And then I also had some fucking chicken and rice, some spicy chicken and rice. So that was my breakfast, but it was not until the evening. What was the last country you last visited outside of the United States? Well, I'm in Thailand now. A few weeks ago I was in Malaysia. So we're going to go with Malaysia, since I currently reside in Thailand. Ooh. What's one thing we don't know about you? I'm left-handed. Are you a morning person or a night person? Night person. Well, here's the thing. In day-to-day life, I'm a night person. I stay awake all night, every night. Bad habit. Don't go to sleep. Sometimes I am up for more than 24 hours in a row. Sometimes I go several days without sleeping. But I think in my true nature, I am a morning person. I think I really thrive better when I go to bed early and wake up early. What's your favorite musical instrument and why? Classy answer, harp. Why? Because it's classy. Realistic answer, drums and bass. Drums or bass. Because they are just the best instrument. They sound good without drums and bass. Things just wouldn't sound as cool. Are you a cat person or a dog person? I like animals, so I like cats and dogs. I grew up with dogs, and so I would always consider myself a dog person, but then I had a few different roommates who had cats, and I really like cats as well. I like big fluffy cats. And cats are cool because they meow and they purr and they do funny shit. Dogs are kind of dumb and stupid, but that's why I like them. Any animal that lets me like any animal that's down to get fucking head pats and scratched on the back, I like that. But sometimes I wish, the pets, they gotta pet you back, What languages do you know how to speak? English. I know how to speak English. I've been really practicing my Japanese, so hopefully in a couple months I can say English and Japanese. Popcorn or M&Ms? Ooh, that's a good question. Depends on the setting. I think generally popcorn, because as I've gotten older, I think I usually take salty or savory over sweet. That said, if someone fucking hands me a bag full of M&Ms, I'm gonna enjoy that. So yeah, well, I think one time when I was in New York, I went to the M&M factory, which was pretty neat. They had a whole lot of M&Ms there. And I wonder, how do you keep ants out of candy stores? Like, how are candy stores just not filled with ants? Because ants don't really have a hard time getting into places that you don't want them to get into. They can go pretty much anywhere. So I wonder what candy stores do to keep ants away. Alrighty, we'll do, let's see, we'll do 3 more questions and then I'm going to hop off here. Let's see. How many questions we got? You can have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life. What is it? Sushi? Scotch tape? No, I'm gonna say weed. Even though I don't smoke anymore, or I can't say I don't smoke anymore. Even though I'm smoking less, I'm trying not to smoke every day. To have an unlimited supply of weed would be awesome. Because then I could fucking, if I wanted to smoke, I could smoke whenever. I wouldn't have to pay for it. I could fucking smoke with my friends. An unlimited supply of sushi would be great. An unlimited supply of money would obviously be awesome. Unlimited supply of... I would take an unlimited supply of just about anything. Because you could sell it for a profit. What's your best scar story? I just told the story of my 3rd-degree burns. And... I have a permanent scar on my foot from that. I also have a permanent scar on the other foot that I often forget about, even though it's very noticeable. Because one time well, it's not really a very interesting scar story. I kicked a broken lamp accidentally. I grazed my foot on a broken lamp and it just fucking flayed my skin off. One time I was I've sliced my fingers off, or tips of my fingers off, on a deli meat slicer before, so that twice. So that was pretty enjoyable. One time when I was a freshman in high school, my younger brother and I were fucking around, and he had this like desk in the basement where he would do all his arts and crafts shit, and they had like these drawers on the desk, and for some reason we thought it was a good idea. He was like opening the drawers, and then I was like stabbing them with a knife to close them. So he would like open the drawer, and then I'd fucking stab it with a knife. But on one fucking stab, I didn't have a good grip, and the knife slipped and just fucking sliced my thumb off. So my dad was pretty pissed about that. He was like, how could you be so fucking stupid? But joke's on him, because he's way more of a dumbass than me. But I think actually that night, as we were going back from the emergency room, because I think I had to get stitches. I'm not sure which finger it is, because I have several finger scars. But that night we were driving home from the ER, and there was a drunk driver in front of us swerving all around, and he drove off the road and like up the side of a hill. And we called 911, and the guy got fucking, I think they pulled the guy over And then a month later, they sent my dad a check for like $100 in the mail and said, "Thank you for calling the cops. Thank you for your tip." So if you catch drunk drivers, I think the police pay you. So if any unemployed people out there, man, start following people home from the bar. Hate to help the cops. So I wouldn't do that. Well, you got to protect people. If people are drunk driving, they sort of bring that on themselves. That's one thing that police are good for is stopping drunk drivers. Anyone out there listening, don't drink and drive. Dumbest fucking thing you can do. So fucking stupid. Literally so fucking stupid. Do anything else besides be drunk and drive home. Easy way to get in trouble. Easy way to fuck up your life. And very, very avoidable. Walk home, fucking call an Uber, get your friend to give you a ride if he's not drunk. Don't drunk drive. Super dangerous, super stupid. Don't do it. Look at me fucking preaching like a bitch. But yeah, legit. Drinking and driving is not swag. Would you go with the aliens if they beam down to the earth? It depends on whether or not I have a choice. Probably not. Unless they force me, then I'll go. I'm not gonna fight. Like if they want to take me and that's the only way I can survive, yeah, I'll go with them. But I'd rather stay on Earth because there's no telling if I could ever go back. And that thought scares me because there are people that I would miss. What is my cell phone wallpaper? This will be my last question. Do I like Melanie Martinez? I've never really listened to much Melanie Martinez. I like Ariana Grande. I like Lady Gaga. I like Taylor Swift. But I haven't listened. I think I've listened to a couple Melanie Martinez songs, but I don't know enough. I don't know enough of her songs to be like, oh yeah, I'm a Melanie Martinez fan. So I gotta listen to Jasmine Bean. I gotta check out some Jasmine Bean, and I gotta check out Melanie Martinez. That'll be my homework. Melanie Martinez and Jasmine Bean will be my homework for the day. Oh my lord, I almost just slipped and died. My cell phone background right now is a picture of my shaved legs from when I shaved my legs several months ago. Look at those nice smooth legs. So yeah, that's my phone screen background. All right, this was an episode of Getting to Know Young Chuck with fun icebreakers and things of that nature. So I thank you for tagging along. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned more about me. It was fun. Maybe we'll do it again. I'll pick better, more exciting icebreaker questions, and we can learn more about each other. Okay, well, that is all for me. It's 11:49 p.m. over here in Thailand, so I'm going to do some Duolingo lessons, learn some Japanese, watch a couple episodes of One Piece, and then go to bed. Okay. Ta-ta for now. Thank you for coming. Whoop. Egg music. Oh yeah.